specifically in Israel and Palestine. So Heidi, please come up.
I first off want to just share with you really quick, Tess is a very dear comrade of mine, and if you aren't a survivor, I'm a survivor myself. If you aren't a survivor and you don't know what it takes to come out in public and talk about something that happened to you that is so hard to talk about that sometimes you don't tell your family for 20 years, that was me. Tess, your courage and your strength is incredible, and I just wanted to give her that shout out because I think we don't even understand what it takes to come up with that courage. So I've been a member of SUPER, which is Students United for Palestinian Equal Rights, for 8 years. I've been in the boycott, divestment, and sanction movement for 8 years, which is asking for the end of the occupation of Palestine and asking Palestinians to deserve and demand human rights and the apartheid Zionist occupation of Palestinian lands. SUPER was involved very closely with Susu in the Disarm campaign. Sorry, the sun is in my eyes, I'm going to try really hard. And we came and gave testimony. We put on events to draw those connections between military and police state violence here in the United States and overseas. Anytime the U.S. military puts its fucking boot on any place in the world, there will be people that will be oppressed. All usually communities of color. So let me draw some parallels. This is really super important. I'm glad there's a lot of people here who will be hearing about this for the first time. Take the information I'm going to share and share it with your communities, because Palestinians are asking for us to be in solidarity. Black Lives Matter is in solidarity with Palestinians and vice versa. So that means that we need to do our work. There is a crucial necessity for us to expose the links between state-sponsored police terrorism here in the United States and in Palestine. The two are inextricably linked. The United States and Israel work together on targeting communities of color and third world people in order to maintain U.S. economic and political power globally and to support Israel's occupation and colonization of Palestine. In one example of this, U.S. and Israeli partnerships under the guidance of the ADL, yes, the Anti-Defamation League, is in collaboration with the Israeli state in numerous sectors across the United States and U.S.-based Jewish Institute for National Security Affairs. They have facilitated Israeli military training of more than 14,000 U.S. law enforcement officials. That's right, I said 14,000. The counterterrorism and population control techniques the U.S. police departments learn are used to target communities and repress popular protests. These partnerships build up Israel's capacity for the repression of Palestinians as well as its military and surveillance industries. Israel has developed its military and surveillance infrastructure through its repression of Palestinians and the colonization of their land. In turn, Israel markets its products and shares its repressive tactics and technologies with the United States, Europe, and regimes across the Third World and Global South, bolstering its militarized economy and geopolitical stature. This partnership has helped to expand repressive policing here in the United States, which criminalizes communities of color, immigrant and poor communities, and LGBTQI communities. The U.S. wields the world's largest and most powerful military, which it employs to gain access to resources and geopolitical influence, targeting third world people. It trains police and militias around the world in order to monitor and repress populations and movements. So, how does all this connect to policing at Portland State University, or rather Police State University, to be more accurate? Well, here's where it gets really interesting. With just a little research, I was able to uncover direct connections with training PSU cops, and they received security and apparatus training from the state of Israel through business collaborations. The International Association of Campus Law Enforcement, or IACLEA, remember that acronym? This is the leading authority for campus public safety. Stanley Security, a leading global integrator of comprehensive security solutions, and IACLEA became corporate partners. And now, IACLEA educational programs are directly overseen by Stanley Security. And today, sorry about that, and today I actually went and I looked at the PSU Campus Public Safety Twitter account. And I saw that they posted this on Thursday, June 28, 2018. Where's the campus security folks? Attending the IACLEA conference with Chief Tanksley and Sergeant Halliburton. So what is Stanley Black & Decker? It's a US-based Fortune 500 tool and storage provider and is invested in Israeli wireless charging startup called Humavox, the creator of what's called the Network IDF. Network IDF allows military intelligence to work with the Israeli Air Force, the ground forces, and the Israeli Navy in a fully integrated digital network to oppress Palestinians, kill them, take their land, and continue the occupation. It is crucial. It is a crucial necessity for us to expose the links between state-sponsored police terrorism here on the PSU campus and all across the globe, because then we are better equipped to teach and train others to help expose these connections and to build organizations that have solid analysis which helps unite seemingly disparate struggles. The solidarity between communities of color here in the US and Palestinians living under Zionist occupation acts as a united front against the selectivity and exclusivity of human rights. Oppression is perpetuated by the divide and conquer strategy. Unity and struggle breaks this sinister endeavor and brings us closer to justice. I want to leave you with the words of organizers in Ferguson and Palestine, who after the murder of Mike Brown by cops, that I spell with 3 Ks, because we know that it's a white supremacist organization, those groups found solidarity across thousands of miles and served as a beacon of hope for other activists and struggles across the global imperial police state. I think they succinctly convey the very essence of what it means to have unity and struggle. From the group of Palestinian organizers to Mike Brown's family and the residents of Ferguson, the disregard and disrespect for black bodies and black life is endemic to the white supremacist system that rules the land. Your struggles through the ages have been an inspiration to us as we fight daily for the most basic human dignities in our homeland against the racist Zionist regime that considers us less human. From an organization representing the rights of Palestinian prisoners, Samadoun, Palestinian Prisoner Solidarity Network, salutes the people of Ferguson, joins their call for justice for Michael Brown and for an end to police oppression, mass incarceration, and militarization, and stands in solidarity with the black movement struggling for justice and liberation. Free Palestine and abolish the police state. Thank you.
We wanted to make another announcement. We saw a lot of more people came, and we wanted to make an announcement that we have a speakers list that is going. Kate right here has it. And we are deciding to just leave the speakers list open to people who are students and people who knew Jason Washington who would like to come up and speak. So if you would like to speak, we ask that you keep it to about 3 minutes. But please come up now and sign your name up. We have 3 people so far on here, and we would love to hear from people who knew him or people who are students. Say his name. Jason Washington. Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
Say his name.
Jason Washington.
We have one more speaker from the PSU Student Union. Her name is Caitlin, and she'll be talking about Care Not Cops and alternatives to policing as well.
Hi everybody! It's been a long week.
I kind of wanted to start this by grounding everybody, just remembering that this is a huge crowd and we're all in this community together, and even though things feel really terrible right now, going forward there's going to be other alternatives and we're going to come out of this stronger. Yes. So, as you know, our campus police were armed and created into a full sworn police force despite opposition from both students and faculty, even though consistently we provided alternatives of de-escalation and ways conflicts can be de-escalated without the use of a gun and without the use of police. And we're continuing to create those alternatives now. A little background about SUSU as an organization. We're an autonomous student union. Part of the reason we were created is because we realized that the university was not going to suit our interests and they were not going to help us. And by coming together as students and taking all of our power and putting it together towards one cause, we can make a lot of change. And so that's something I want everybody to really think about, is how we have so much power within us, and even these large state forces do not have as much power as we do when we all come together collectively. Yeah? So, another thing I want to bring up as we're talking about campus police, we want campus police abolished. And for many people, that seems like a very radical idea, to get rid of police and to live in a world where we don't have police. And that's why I ask everybody here to really look beyond policing. Look at the situations where police are called. Look at the situations and the roles police play. And try and think of other ways we can solve those problems, we can de-escalate those situations without a brutal police force who is often targeting people of color. They're targeting homeless people, they're targeting disabled people and queer people. How can we create a system that's not going to do that? And so I really think, really looking at us and looking at us collectively, we can start to build those solutions together. Because right now, as it is, the Portland police are not there to do that. And the Portland State Police are also not there to do that. Police oftentimes are there to control space, to determine who is allowed to be in what space and in what capacity, and they have a lot of power over that. Some of you may have read earlier this week, the Oregonian released a report, and they found out that 1 out of 2 people arrested in Portland in 2017 were unhoused. And so think about that. Really think about that. Who are the people that police are actually talking to? And why are they doing that? They're controlling space and pushing people out. And right now, what we need to be doing is really reclaiming that space and reclaiming the fact that we are allowed to be here. We all are allowed to be here. And so, looking even broader, especially as this falls upon the same time that there is the Occupy ICE PDX, and all across the nation, there are people calling to abolish ICE and to abolish borders. I really want to take that idea of abolishing borders and apply that here. We need to abolish all borders, including the ones within us and the ones that we can't really see. And we can do that, and we can create that. And part of that is going to begin with slowly getting rid of these police forces and creating these collective movements and coming together. Which is why we, the PSU Student Union, have been calling for 6 years now to not have a campus police force and to disarm PSU once and for all, to prevent any of this happening in the future, and to create the worlds we really want to see and what is really safe for everyone. We also know that the police are granted impunity whenever they do something like this. We know that the police who killed Jason Washington were granted paid administrative leave. And we do not think that anyone should be paid after they have murdered someone.
Yeah, we don't pay murderers.
We're going to jump into the speakers list now. Again, please come up and speak if you are a student or someone who knew Jason Washington. The first person is Dylan Contreras.
All right. This is short and sweet. We say increase the peace. The police just increase the heat. They say license and registration. I say to them reparations. I came to this country expecting to be equal, yet what I see is they trying to deport my people. The pain is real and the stigma lingers, which is why I just show the cops my middle finger. First-hand experience of police brutality, yet y'all put it past them to cause fatality? I'm saying this to you guys about the cops, because if I say it to their face, I'm getting thrown in the box.
Thank you. And yeah, again, speakers list, students and people who knew Jason Washington only, please, because we have a lot of people here. And once this speakers list ends, we are going to be marching to the Portland State Campus Public Safety Office. So please be ready if you're able to march or make your way down there. It's just it's like a 12-block march down this way. Next on our speakers list, we have Brianna Henderson.
Hello, can you guys hear me well? I want to start off by saying that I'm not your fucking target practice. My black skin is not a threat. Jason's black skin was not a threat. What this murder by PSU officers tells me is that everyone is pro-vet until it's a black man. Where the fuck is the NRA now? Where the fuck are they? What this murder tells me is that I shouldn't carry a gun because I'm black. What this murder tells me is that if you're a police officer and you want to go on a paid vacation, kill a black man. This shouldn't happen right outside of my apartment at University Point. How am I supposed to feel safe when a PSU officer easily shot a man in the back who just wanted to help people? This story resonates with me so much because my dad is a Navy vet who is also a letter carrier, who also likes guns. How am I supposed to trust police officers when they killed this man who's just like my dad? And I'm so sorry that this happened to your family. He did not deserve this. He was a good man trying to keep police from arresting drunk people who were just fighting. When people get drunk, they get belligerent. There's no need for guns to be involved. I am curious what the media is going to pull up about this man to justify his murder. He drove without a license when he was 16. He jaywalked when he was 18. He cursed at the police officers.
I do that.
I want to know what the racist fucks are going to say in the comment sections on Facebook. Oh, he shouldn't have been out this late. He should have minded his own business. Nothing, literally nothing, justifies Jason Washington's death. I am so tired of coming to these rallies. I am only 19 years old and I've been to numerous Black Lives Matter, Occupy PDX fucking rallies. What will it take for police officers to stop killing my people? Do I need to unenroll from school? Do I need to stop paying my fucking taxes? Because I am tired of this. I am tired. I don't want to fucking die. My brother is 14 years old and I constantly live in the fear that he will get killed. Because my brother got a smart mouth. And you disrespect the police officers just a little bit and they are trigger happy. And that's all I have to say.
Black lives matter!
Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
Next on our speakers list is Yasmin Ayub.
Hi everybody, thank you for being here. My name is Yasmin Ayub. I'm a member of the International Socialist Organization and the Portland State Student Union. Furthermore, I am one of the survivors that Tess was talking about earlier, of the serial rapist on PSU campus who let him graduate, where I'm also a student. I'm so ashamed to graduate from a college where there has been no action taken against a rapist, the one who hurt me, who spit my way when he saw me walking across the street, the person who has shattered my time at university. PSU has known what I want, and when I had a meeting to tell them again what I want, they called the cops in, an armed Portland State police officer, because I raised my voice. Because one of the people working on my case said, "Oh, you have time to plan a protest, but not reach out to me." And I raised my voice and said, because that's not my job. What a question that is. It should not be my job or anyone's job to reach out and beg for protection. But this is America. When she asks, how dare you have time to plan a protest but not call you, she's asking me to do something in a system that clearly does not support survivors, and furthermore, and most importantly, arms their campus police. The voice that got a cop to walk in on my meeting is the voice that exists in more than just myself, and a voice that needs to be heard. It is the same voice calling to disarm PSU and to divest from Israel.
That's right.
It's the same fucking voice that's saying Black Lives Matter. The people who receive the worst of this system, because like Jason Washington, we exist in bodies that have been deemed disposable. This is the voice of the people who are not okay with the existence of police, who want to abolish ICE, who want to end wars, who want to expel rapists. This is the voice of people who are not okay with the routine bloodshed of black and brown bodies. And we must remember this. Our struggles are interconnected, as Heidi reminded us in her speech on Palestine. We are stronger together because together is all we have under a system that wants most of us dead if we aren't providing enough profit. And even then, they might not care that much. For those who haven't known, we have occupied and we have yelled. We have gone to so many fucking Board of Trustees meetings the past 6 years, debating this exact thing to try and prevent what fucking happened like 2 days ago. We have sat in our offices, we have petitioned, we have done so much to fight serial rapists and to prevent the arming of our campus police. We have had so many protests. Why is it not enough? Why are we not enough? I honestly cannot tell you why, because I don't have the twisted mind of the bourgeoisie and people in power in these systems. And I urge you to join me on the side that I'm on, that all of us are on. Come out to more things than when you have the capacity to. Read more, have more conversations. All of the organizations represented here today want